This is a women's prison in Japan. Watching the graceful figures of the female inmates, the guards and the warden are overjoyed. The female inmates are often used as rewards for the guards, allowing them to be played with at will. If they don't serve well, they are either beaten or insulted, and more severe punishments include solitary confinement or being sprayed with water. All of this is orchestrated by the evil warden. They even gather all the female inmates together for visiting officials to choose from at will. Seeing the curvaceous and obedient female inmates, the officials praise the warden greatly. The female inmates dare not complain and even have to cooperate with the warden by performing music to welcome the officials. One female inmate, wearing handcuffs and shackles, collapses from exhaustion. An official steps forward, pretending to inquire, "What's going on here?" The warden hurriedly explains, "This woman is named Lisa. A year ago, she attempted to escape, but now she has been properly disciplined. But it's best to keep a distance from her. Lisa was kept in solitary confinement for a year, frequently insulted or beaten, or doused with cold water." Seeing the smug warden nearby, Lisa, kneeling on the ground, suddenly raises her head. She leaps up and lunges at the warden, stabbing her directly in the eye with a knife, almost blinding her other eye. Everyone present is stunned. The official is so shocked he collapses to the ground. Then, chaos ensues, and the female inmates laugh continuously, playing their instruments more joyfully. They rush forward and tear the official's clothes. It wasn't until the guards fired shots into the air that the female inmates finally calmed down. Lisa was restrained by several people, and the official squatted to the side. The warden was furious and punished all the female inmates with hard labor. Lisa was made to carry a huge wooden stake under the sun, surrounded by fierce crocodile dogs. If she fell, she might become their food. The warden wasn't satisfied and wanted to humiliate Lisa in front of all the female inmates. 4 guards, disguised with stockings on their heads, excitedly ran towards Lisa, knocked her down, and then jumped around in excitement while Lisa glared at them viciously. Afterward, they pounced on her like beasts. All the female inmates witnessed this scene, and they couldn't stop shouting. The warden, however, looked pleased. On the way back, seeing the bruised and battered Lisa, the female inmates not only showed no sympathy but also beat her, blaming her for their suffering. Unexpectedly, blood trickled from her mouth, and she fainted. A female prisoner screamed in panic. The prison guard heard the commotion, got out of the car to check, and kicked her several times, but there was no response. The guard planned to drag her out of the car and dispose of the body. Lisa seized the opportunity to strangle the guard with a chain. Another guard came to check, and the other female prisoners fought back and seized a gun. One guard was strangled to death, and the other was killed with a gun butt. By the time the warden arrived with reinforcements, the vehicle was already burned to ashes. 7 female prisoners embarked on a journey to escape. They crossed mountains and rivers and finally saw a small town. They planned to hide in a cabin first and then sneak into town at night to steal clothes. While they were resting, one of the prisoners secretly ran back home. Just as she hugged her son, 2 hidden guards captured her. To force her to reveal the other's whereabouts, the guards stepped on her son. The woman had no choice but to turn and flee. The guards secretly pursued them. Lisa, being alert, noticed this. Soon, she held a knife to Yujing and brought him to the cabin. A female prisoner picked up an axe and struck his forehead. Yujing tried to grab a rifle, and during the struggle, the gun accidentally fired, hitting a female prisoner. The woman fired multiple shots, killing Yujing. Fearing more guards would come, they quickly set off. When the warden arrived at the cabin and saw Yujing hanging dead, he was furious. On a Japanese tour bus, some men were harassing the beautiful Zhang Jiayuan. Zhang Jiayuan maintained a polite smile. The men didn't hold back and even lifted her skirt. No one on the bus stopped them. Instead, some people egged them on. This emboldened the men further. During a rest stop, 2 young boys went to the river and saw a female prisoner there as well. They exchanged friendly greetings. On her way back, the female prisoner encountered 3 drunken men, the same ones who had harassed Zhang Jiayuan earlier that night. The 3 men immediately lit up with excitement and grabbed the woman. Overwhelmed, she fainted. The scoundrels didn't help her. Instead, they threw her into the river. When others came looking for her, they saw a lot of blood in the river and the men fleeing in the distance. They hurriedly chased after them but suddenly stopped. Lisa had already arrived. On the bus, Lisa held a knife to the driver's throat. A woman pointed a gun at the 3 men, while several women stripped them of their clothes and continuously beat them. Then, they ate and drank while humiliating the 3 scumbags. A drunk woman suddenly started acting crazy, tearing up clothes on the bus. Another woman smashed a bottle at a passenger. A woman visiting a child found the child next to her too noisy, so she held the child and shouted, scaring the child into crying loudly. The 3 scumbags were stripped naked and trampled underfoot, while the women excitedly sang and celebrated. The women got wilder, pulling up a female passenger and violently tearing her clothes. Then, another female passenger suffered the same fate. The passengers in the back were too scared to make a sound, fearing they would be next. The armed woman came to the back and poked a male passenger's groin with the gun. The male passenger trembled with fear. She threatened him with the gun to shout, "Long live," and made others join in. Seeing everyone so obedient, they got even more excited. Throughout the ordeal, Lisa watched them silently, which displeased the other women. 5 escaped Japanese women hijacked a tour bus. They committed inhumane acts on the bus, and suddenly appeared ahead. To distract them, the prison guards worked together and pushed Lisa off the bus. As Lisa stood up from the grass, the guards couldn't check in time, and the bus drove off. Lisa stood on the road, not running away, waiting for the guards. By the time they reacted, the bus was already far away. They quickly chased on motorcycles, but the crazed women shot at them, killing 2 guards quickly. Not long after, a large truck appeared ahead, carrying one of the women's parents and child. The armed woman ordered them to move aside, or she would shoot the elderly and the child. The child's mother stepped forward to stop them, rushing at the truck with a knife. At this moment, the prison guards rushed out from the side. The woman wielded the knife frantically, and the guards dared not approach. Suddenly, a gunshot rang out, hitting her right between the eyes. It turned out to be a sniper arranged by the warden. The parents and child cried in grief. Seeing her companion killed, the armed woman returned to the bus, ordering the driver to charge through. The passengers took the chance to get off the bus quickly. The woman with the gun ordered them to stay still. The driver seized the opportunity to grab the woman's gun, but she picked up a knife from the ground and stabbed the driver, killing him. Then he got into the driver's seat, slammed the door, and sped off. The teammates couldn't even hit him with their guns. Watching the bus charge forward, they could only scramble to escape. The woman driver smoothly drove through, continuing until the bus ran out of gas and stopped in a small town. The team leader had already surrounded the area with his men. No one dared to approach the bus to check the situation. Finally, the team leader sent Lisa. Lisa walked towards the bus expressionlessly, and when questioned by the woman prisoner, she didn't respond. Seeing that only the woman prisoner and 3 scumbags were left on the bus, he turned and told the warden that all the hostages on the bus were dead. With nothing left to worry about, the warden ordered his men to open fire. The 3 scumbags got off the bus and were immediately shot dead. 3 prison guards tried to check the situation but were shot dead by the woman prisoner, leaving 2 dead. Then her gun ran out of bullets. After a burst of gunfire from the prison guards, the bodies were carried away. The injured woman prisoner was locked up with Lisa again, ready to be taken back to prison. The warden instructed his men to deal with Lisa on the way, to prevent her from causing more trouble once back in prison. They stopped near a junkyard. Lisa was called out of the car. She calmly walked forward as a prison guard aimed a gun at her from behind. The injured woman prisoner suddenly got up and bit the neck of the guard holding the gun. The guard flung the gun away in panic. Lisa quickly grabbed the gun, shooting one guard down. The other, trembling, crawled forward but couldn't escape Lisa's aim. Lisa intended to leave with the injured woman prisoner, but the woman died on the road from excessive blood loss. With a determined look, Lisa walked towards the city. She was going to seek revenge on the warden. Dressed in black, she appeared in the city, spotting a luxury car passing by from an overpass. Inside was the newly promoted warden. Soon after, the driver was suddenly shot dead. Lisa then boarded the car with a knife, taking the warden's life with one swift move. Lisa finally avenged her humiliation. Afterwards, Lisa returned to the prison, releasing all the female prisoners and leading them towards the city. The movie, Female Prisoner #41 inches ends here. A 1972 Japanese film, featuring no good characters from start to finish, only bad and worse people. As for such a bizarre and melodramatic plot, I'm at a loss for words. Well, and if you want more movie reviews, please follow.
Yeah!